Hey everyone, thanks for joining. This is the Thinkum Drinkum account that we're playing today. This is going to be, like regular standard matches. We've already gotten our oil for the day in the previous video. So yeah, this will be one where we're just fighting some regular matches and trying to grind and uh, earn some more ships and work our way up the tech tree. One thing that I wanted to check out was, some of these offers. We looked at them last week. I think we bought the Commander pack last week, and we bought a commendation last week. Okay, so that was this week. Okay, so we can't afford either one of these now. We only have 450 gold. It, the coupons little thing is, what do we have coupons for? Doubloon bonus if we buy doubloons, which this is a free-to-play account, so I'm not going to buy some doubloons. Get extra 2,500 doubloons if I need doubloon bundle. And the French steel. So yeah, this one's going away. Sorry, I'm not going to buy any doubloons. I'm trying to keep this free to play. I know that they're trying to get us, of course, to buy some stuff, and they're really good at it, these guys. Anyway, let's go to standard. We can't do brawl. We don't have any ships for that. We don't have any ships for ranked either. So standard it is. Let's check a look at our ship tree and see. I've gotten some command. Let's look at our commanders. So for Spain, we still have the generic commander. We don't have. Where do we have like specific commanders? And this will kind of dictate. Like we do have Probinetsky, which is and Nikolai Van Essen is a good commander to promote, even though he's general commander, because that minimum ricochet angle of your ship shells, that's really helps when you're shooting AP. It really does. It helps keep them from ricocheting. So the normal minimum ricochet angle is like 45 degrees, and so adding an extra 5 or 6 degrees really helps keep your shells from ricocheting. We have Abanoyo, which the new French destroyers are pretty good. So that may be an area that we want to pursue since we have him, and he's a good destroyer commander with torpedo skills. So that may be an avenue that we want to go. We also have von Mueller, which is German, and he's a good German cruiser commander. So typically you're going to have two commanders for like each specific, like you have Hipper and you have Ciliax for battleships. You have Eric Bay and Von Spee. Eric Bay is going to be more towards like a gunboat type destroyer. Von Spee is typically, and when I say that, it's all dependent on the skills over here, right? The traits that they have. So his are a little bit more tailored towards torpedoes, and so he's a good torpedo boat commander. And Eric Bay is a little bit more gun focused, right? So he's a good gunboat commander. When it comes to cruisers, you kind of have the two different styles are von Mueller, which is a little bit more offensive focused. So you get your offensive skills here, like punch through and things like that. He does have some defensive skills, don't get me wrong, but a lot of his are going to be offensive, right? And then you have Lutjens, which is going to be more defensive focused, right? So his skills, like looking at the second row here, you have added speed. You can torpedo acquisition range means that you see torpedoes coming at you from farther away, which gives you more time to dodge them. Here, this is reducing incoming damage, so his are like damage defensive focus type things. His base trait is obviously offensive, but so that's typically the two flavors that you get when it comes to cruiser commanders. And then battleship commanders, you kind of get the offensive defensive focus as well, but you also get more like kind of the two main styles of playing battleships, and there's all kinds of different styles, don't get me wrong. But one would be like more ranged sniping style battleships, and the other style is what they call the brawler style. You know, you get in there and you mix it up. And so, even though Hipper is absolutely one of the battleship commanders that you have to put on as an inspiration, if you're as an inspiration to other commanders, if you're going to have, so typically brawlers, they focus on their secondary guns, right? And so if you notice his base trait here is secondary guns range and secondary battery shell grouping. If you're going to have a brawler, most people that do brawlers typically put Hipper on as inspiration. He's like the given, right? He's like, but the rest of his skills are kind of focused a little bit more on the ranged style, you know, like marksmanship. He does have, you know, this is properly meticulous, but he's missing like the porcupine or something like that up further up. So, I mean, he can be used as kind of a brawler commander as well, but and I used him as a brawler commander for quite a bit. But then I got Ciliax, which is really brawler focused, right? So he has porcupine, which is really secondary guns focused. He also has this highly educated crew, which is secondary guns focused, plus it gives you more damage control, which is very helpful if you're playing a ship that's brawling. He also has this advanced schemes, which is secondary battery shell damage increase and secondary battery shells causing fire. Plus he has properly meticulous, just like Hipper. He also has this master mechanic, which is nice. Gives you extra repair party charges, which, you know, if you're getting in the mix, you might want that. So yeah, you know, and you could also take, there's a lot of different configurations. He just has a lot more quote unquote brawler focused things. He doesn't have things that are more, I mean, he does have some range stuff, but he has the brawler skill, which decreases up to 10% your main battery reload time, which is really nice. But it also nerfs your range as well, which obviously as a brawler, you'd rather have the reload time. You want to get into the mix, so you're not really shooting from far away. So that skill makes sense. Anyway, getting back to it. Oh, I didn't want to. John Fisher is a good battleship commander that we have. And I think we've been focusing on Makawa and Kurita because we got Makawa early on. Makawa's a good commander. So why don't we look at, let's start with the French line today. And yeah, let's start with the French line and then maybe some of the British. So we'll go into ships. We haven't done anything with French yet. We're on Spain. Let's go to France. So we need to buy this first ship for France, which will be $0, the Jurien. So we'll purchase that. But for 980 global XP, which I don't like to use my global XP, but I also don't want to sit there and skill up the Jurien because trying to get a match, well, we could probably do AI match, or let's do the Jurien so we can just earn our way. I hate to spend, global XP is how we're going to get some of our premium ships, right, for free. So let's continue to save our global XP. So let's just play the Jurien. So we'll go to arcade for that, because getting a match with level 1 commander, we'll need him at level 4 so we can get our skills. So we'll do, I don't think, well, the Jurien definitely will not have any torpedoes. No level, I don't think any level 1 ships have torpedoes. Maybe they do. I don't know. I don't think so though. So we'll just take all the gun focus stuff. We don't need anything else. Let's go. But playing arcade gives you more experience, so we can level up this ship faster and get our tier 2 French. And then once we level that up, then we'll move into the destroyers for the French. The French cruisers are good ships too. I like the French cruisers. They're kind of tanky. They're, you know, fairly accurate. The French, I'm a fan of French battleships. I think they're super tanky. Accuracy is kind of an issue with them sometimes. So. I know the French destroyers for a long time, like the regular main line of French destroyers, they don't have any smoke, and their commanders are kind of just not very good. So the Albany is who we're fighting. That's going to be the real person. Oh. Whoops. We'll invite them to the fleet. I don't know if they'll be able to join the fleet yet, but when they can. I'm going to cut down towards the cap here. We haven't seen them yet, so. What is the big line going down the middle of that ship? Oh, is that a sail or something? It's all, looks like it's all wrapped up in a big circle. I can't tell what it is. Some sort of sail or some sort of cloth or something. But it goes all the way down the middle of the ship. Like a big pipe. Who are we looking for? Who's going to be the guy? Albany. There he is.
Alerte incendie. Problème résolu, chef.
Oh, this guy's coming up on me.
Croiseur ennemi détruit. On ouvre le bal. bataille se termine dans 5 minutes.
I feel like I'm seal clubbing in this, to be honest. I feel bad, but again, our commander is not very good either, so
On a détruit un croiseur ennemi.
it's not like I'm coming down here with a level 16-4 commander. Let's take care of the ship. These guys, I hear a whole bunch of firing going on, but not a lot of damage being done. It seems like typical AI. Oops, that was a little high, but it still worked. Just trying to stay above that our ship, because your own ships will block your shells. There we go. See if we can made a little money there. See if we can get our level 2 now, I hope. Yes, okay. So now we'll view the ship. We'll buy our Friant. Friant's a pretty good little level 2 ship, not bad. And it's going to put a commander on it, which would be Louis de Fournay. Put some flags on it because we want to kind of move up here. It does have torpedoes, which is nice. Let's see, what does it have? It has 4 torpedo launchers, 2 on each side. Well, it's 3 torpedoes each. They only go 4.5 kilometers, so they're very close range for when somebody's really up close, which is okay. Not bad for this ship. Armor scheme is basically non-existent. That's the Citadel, so we got to watch that. That's like when I get Citadels, so that's the area that I'm hitting. So if you notice, that says Vital Ship Armor, Citadel Bottom, Citadel Bulkhead, 10 millimeters and 14 millimeters. That's basically as small as you can get, right? So yeah, not very well protected, which means that we need to stay angled. So like, by angled, I mean like we want to, if another ship was looking at us, we want them to hit us from this kind of angle if they were shooting straight, so that, you know, it has to go through more armor before it can penetrate and hit any good parts of our ship. So yeah, let's I guess we'll play another arcade match in this. I don't really like playing a lot of standard until you get to tier 3. You can play tier 2 standard, but there's a pretty big leap between tier 2 ships and tier 3 ships as far as like abilities and things like that. So arcade is pretty good. Oh, we got several people in here for arcade, several real people. St. Louis, Kuma, everybody but one of the V25s is a real person here.
La bataille commence.
And if you notice, we have 2 torpedo launchers on this side of the ship and 2 torpedo launchers on this side of the ship. So that allows us to shoot to like that and then turn around and shoot that way. I do like keeping them on narrow angle, unless I specifically want the wide angle, and then I'll change it. But
Forces ennemies repérées à l'horizon.
there's the Kuma. Kuma's tier 3, right? Yep. There's the V-25.
Destroyer ennemi détecté.
I'm gonna switch to AP next since he's broadside like that. We're gonna turn in to avoid these torpedoes. These torpedoes are moving pretty fast. Man, I'm gonna hit one. Oh well.
On a une brèche en
Like,
dessous de la ligne de
for
flottaison.
some reason my brain was like
Rapidement.
not
Problème
working
résolu,
right there.
chef.
Not sure why that AI didn't shoot me or torpedo me.
Torpille à bâbord.
Oh. Alright, we need to find their other ships. They have a battleship? Gangoot, yeah, we gotta watch for the Gangoot. He can end us very quickly if we're not careful. What's our range? 10-6, okay. Gotta watch because he can definitely hit us from there. Alright, we're gonna start turning out a little bit.
Ennemi repéré.
Alright, we got a fire going on him. Hopefully he's already damage con, so I can't put it out. It looks like he probably has. Yeah, if you notice my damage is still going up, that's that fire on the Gangoot that's still burning.
La victoire est à notre portée.
See the, once you damage control on a ship like a battleship, it usually takes over a minute or longer, or much longer. It depends on the depends on the ship, but it can take a long time to be able to hit your damage control again. It looks like he was able to put it out finally now, so our damage is not going up anymore. but it does, you know, a fair amount of damage. Looks like he... Uh-oh. 2-on-2 here. I'm spotted by that St. Louis. There it is. See, he must be AFK. I don't know. Is he just sitting there? Yeah, he's AFK. See if we can end him. Nope. Oh, what? They all shattered? St. Louis has some good armor, huh? Oh, the Gangut's trying to shoot us. Are we still shattering? So, we'll do it with fire. St. Louis must have some decent armor against this stuff. Got another fire. That should do him in.
Notre équipe a pris l'avantage. Croiseur ennemi envoyé par le fond.
Why are you running away from the Gangut, dude? In the Corbett. I mean, we're about to win anyway, so. We're 4.5 kilometers on our torpedoes, okay. We may die here, but we'll see. Oh. Gangut took out 2 ships, huh? Get any missions? Oh, we're making some progress on some weekly assignments. Alright, we got 2 upgrades that we can do on our Friant. Alright, let's see. We can do torpedo range out to 6. Main battery fire range out to 11.7. Let's get the hull upgrade, definitely. And then the question is, do we want the firing range or the torpedo range? Firing range, because if you notice right now, our detection was our range was like 10.6, but our detection was like 10.8. So like people could see us before we could even shoot at them, which is usually not a good thing. Actually, in every case, it's not a good thing. So once we get up to the Fusilier, we'll view that ship. Now, the French destroyers are currently in preview, but the next update they'll be available to get. So that'll happen once we get to Jaguar, and see we'll be able to get to Adroit from Jaguar, which will be the first of the French alternative cruisers, the French. So that'll be a way that we want to go. Yeah, I guess we'll play another one in the Friant, so we can get the Fusilier. And you know, to be honest, like if we get a good French cruiser commander, the French cruisers are definitely you know, good ships. So you got the Duguay Truin, which is pretty good. The Emile Bertin is definitely really good cruiser. Glacenaire is you know, good. I don't have the Algerie, so, and then going up from there you got the Charles Martel, which is a very good cruiser. So, and then starting at tier 6 you also have the alternative cruisers for the French. St. Louis is a good cruiser as well. Charles Martel's definitely one of the best, a really good cruiser for tier 7. And then you got Toulon, the alternative French cruiser line. Cherbourg. You don't see these ones quite as much. I think these are the heavy cruisers. I don't know. The Brest is a good cruiser. It's got all the guns in the front. Anyway, yeah. So I like French cruisers. They're pretty good. Okay, let's do another match in the Friant. Let's see. And I think that'll be it today, or for this video. We'll do some more grinding later on, but hopefully we can get up to at least get the French destroyer, or even if we can get the tier 3 French cruiser, Duguay Truin. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it. Yeah, staring at those torpedoes made me really dizzy earlier. I was like, what the heck? And I got hit by that torpedo. Okay, we got 3 real people. Oh, we got the Gangoot again. I don't know if that's the same guy or not, but Friant, Toronto, Fusilier, Phoenix, and Gangoot are the 3 real people. And both of our destroyers are AI. Oh, the Carl Schurring is. Oh.
Nous avons été détectés.
Forces ennemies repérées à l'horizon.
is.
Destroyer ennemi envoyé par le fond. On ouvre le bal.
Come on now. What the heck? Can't hit this guy to save my life. Bye. Whoa. That's the Gangoot shooting me. Let's turn out. We gotta kite this guy. He's aiming at us again. Turn away. Yeah, we should have turned the other way. Got a fire on him. That's good. I think he put the other one out. Let's see if it stays on. Nope. Nope. He put it out. See if we can get rid of the other guy. Oh, he's in Alpha. We're gonna need to take a cap. So.
La bataille se termine dans 5 minutes.
Oh, it's an AI anyway. Okay. Okay. Shit, he got me. I got some torpedoes off though. Hopefully they'll get him. Theoretically, we should win this. Let's see how. Is this guy any good? Yeah. Well, sorry, this guy. He's got a 16 on hipper. Yeah, he's out here seal clubbing. So with a Kaiser, he should win this. He should win it for us. Let's watch him for a minute. See what he's doing. Oh, he's just sitting there broadside. Maybe not. I mean, well, this is the right thing. Make him come to you. Did he even hit him? Why are we gaining points at the same? Oh, we're gaining points at the same right now because he came into the cap. Shoot him! Fucking. Those things just bounced. Okay, this guy does not know what he's doing, I don't think. Oh my gosh. You're just sitting there broadside. Okay, we're gonna lose. Wow. How do you have a level 16-2 commander and play this badly? I mean, you're sitting broadside. Turn your ship. Wow. Wow. Yep. Well, we should have won that one, to be honest. Well, my fault then, I guess. Didn't get a lot of XP out of that because we lost. Did we at least... Well, we at least got our next thing. Alright guys, I think that's going to end this video. Have a great day.